What's going on, guys? I'm happy because we're here with our Z06 at Sebring International. You probably hear over the loudspeaker. I gotta go. I've gone out once or maybe even twice for 2 sessions so far in our Supercharged Z06. We've got all Ride Tech suspension, Ride Tech Delrin bushings, Ride Tech sway bars, and this thing is working awesome, you guys. So I've taken it out for 2 sessions so far, just learning the car, learning the track, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys pretty much what it's like in the driver's seat. So I started, if you guys watched my LS Fest video, I put the 360 cam on the top, and it really helps to get some perspective on just how fast we're going and kind of gives you a better feel. When I use the GoPro that we're on right now, you really can't judge how fast we're going, but so far I haven't really messed with too much of our Ride Tech suspension clickers. I kind of just have everything set in the middle as far as settings go, but other than that, it's super hot out today, 95 degrees. Car's working decent. I will say that we do need to get some of this heat gone, because with the supercharger and with it making all that extra heat, when you go out for a 30-minute session, our temps do start to creep, but I have to do a couple of cool down laps. So it is what it is though. The car's still holding up strong. So let's go ahead and get some seat time in. All right, so here we go. I just want to kind of show you guys, this was like the nicest day ever out here. You will notice a little bit of a belt chirp. I've been trying to find what's actually making this belt squeak chirp. Tried cleaning off a bunch of the pulleys, put a new belt on it. It still wants to do this little chirp on startup, but anyways, it was pretty cool facility and whatnot. This is the first time I've actually been here to race. I've been here once before to watch a bunch of buddies that had Vipers here to run, but really cool facility. And it was awesome because this was the Friday before the long Memorial weekend, and the weekend had a huge event. So I actually got out here on Friday, and you can see there's not that many cars. So for me, just learning the car, learning the track, first time driving on this track, I didn't even know where I was going half the time. Like, you'll see up here coming up to enter the track, I actually, first time I went out, took a hard right there, and I ended up in pit lane. Well, not pit lane, actually, the garages, and then I had to loop all the way back around because I had to enter the track here. So some of you guys might already know that, or you guys might find that funny that I made that mistake, but I didn't know where I was going. You just kind of have to figure this stuff out. So anyways, I'm just going through pit lane here. You kind of have to throw up your arm here. They're checking wristbands, and then as you continue here, they're actually checking your helmet. So you have to show your chin. You'll see here in a second, they'll be pointing for me to show my chin strap up here. But man, this facility is so nostalgic. This thing's been around forever. There's a lot of history in this track. It's just fun how fast those guys are ripping right there. So those guys are checking helmet strap and then onto the track. So I'm just gonna kind of cruise around this lap. There's not much to see because I'm just letting the tires warm up and stuff like that, and then I'll put in a heater on the next lap around. Alright, so coming up on the second lap here, so now I can finally go wide open throttle, and I can only get one lap on this car before it starts to unfortunately, with this heat and the added heat from the supercharger. So anyways, I'm gonna just put in a burner lap here. I'll let you guys kind of watch this. There's a bunch of cars that kind of had to work through some traffic, but this was the intermediate advanced group, and like I said, first time out. So for first time out with the car, I think we did pretty well. So we're passing a bunch of cars, and I can only put in, unfortunately, one solid lap, maybe 2 before our water temp. you guys this Porsche. They were pitted across from us. This kid just turned 16 and he's raced go-karts his entire life, but this guy was flying. They said they only had like 450 horse, but I floored it here, and this Porsche is pulling away from me, and I'm probably closer to 600 horse, so I don't know if that horsepower is accurate, but I wanted to see how he's going around this corner, so I tried following him, and he's got all the aero, and my car started pushing here. You can see how it drifts to the right. My tires were not holding that. Bit of a pucker situation, because my car was going straight while I was trying to turn. Alright, so went out for a session. I actually skipped the last session because it was like peak heat. It was like, what, 100 degrees?
Oh, absolutely.
Something crazy like that. So we're actually going to go out the last session of the day. It's like 4 o'clock session or 4:30. But we're going to stiffen up our suspension a little bit. So if you guys saw on the install video for the Ride Tech, we've got a ton of adjustments. So we've got our high speed right here, knob, our low speed. This is on our compression. We've also got our rebound here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just stiffen up our high and low speed compression. Right now I'm running it in about the middle of the settings. We've got about 26 clicks of adjustment. I'm running about 13, so I'm gonna probably bring it in 3 clicks, bring it into 10, just try to stiffen things up a little bit, see how the car performs. So we'll do that. I'm gonna do it on the same all the way around just to kind of get a feel for that. And then I don't know if I told you guys, but you'll see a little bit of oil here. Our catch can, that's the first time I've had to empty the catch can. So catch can actually filled up on us. And the other thing too, you guys can comment down below. I know this is Boosted Motorsports, but I've been talking with a few people and I was kind of having a hunch this is the first time we're taking the car out on a hot day, but our water temps are getting up there. Like I can only get like maybe 2 solid laps in it before our coolant temps start creeping. So we're seeing like 230 plus, and then I have to back off it, kind of cruise, and then go again. So I might potentially, there you go, some Spugats, a little bit of rubber.
It's in the grill.
But I might potentially take the blower off and do like a big NA build just to kind of keep the temps down. I don't know, comment down below. I know you guys probably want to say keep the supercharger on there, but the supercharger is adding a lot of heat to this whole setup. The other thing too is it's kind of blocking some of our airflow with the intercooler as well, but we'll see. But right now I'm kind of leaning towards that. We'll kind of revisit that later, but I'm gonna go ahead, stiffen things up, and we're also burning through, it's 30-minute sessions, and I'm burning through like 5 gallons each session. This thing is just a monster on fuel. So I'm gonna put some gas in it, stiffen up our clickers. We'll go out, you guys can see the view from our 360 cam again. We'll go out, we'll have some fun, and we'll lay down some more laps. But other than that, car's working solid, and I'm really happy with it. Check out all like the rubber Spugats that is this catching on this rim here. So look at all this freaking just brake dust and everything. Look at that. Look at that nice chunk. So our brand new tires are definitely getting gooey, but yeah, she's working. Alright, so you guys know the deal now. First lap, just warm up lap, so nothing crazy here. Let's get to the second lap. Starting to catch this little Hyundai SUV. I don't even know what the hell it is, but this guy was ripping for whatever the heck this thing was. He definitely knew how to drive. I don't know if he was an instructor just farting around in this car, but this guy was flying. And if you guys don't already know, you're supposed to give a point by when a faster driver comes up behind you, but I don't know if those guys didn't know, but you'll see him like lock up the tires, like smoke comes out right here. And he just doesn't give me a point by and just kind of goes some way. But I don't know what the heck kind of car that thing was, but that guy was ripping that thing. There's some spots like this where I could probably stay on the gas wide open throttle, but again, changes that we made to stiffen up the clickers on the compression on our Ride Tech shocks made a huge difference. It handled a lot better this go around. And again, also learning the track, getting more comfortable with the car and the track on this round. This corner up here, I was getting a lot better through this one here. I think it kind of spooked me a little bit seeing that one guy crash there in the Corvette earlier in the day, but I was getting faster and faster coming up through that corner there into this straightaway. You'll also notice that I'm not really wringing the car's neck here. I'm shifting super early just because I'm trying to keep the heat down, because these big straightaways is where I'm building a ton of heat. And then that was pretty much it, you guys. So I can only get like 1 or 2 good laps in before I had to kind of, you know, back it off. So I put like 1 heater in, but this thing was building so much heat that I could only do, you know, 1 solid lap, and then I'd have to like cruise around for 2 or 3, let it cool down, and then get 1 more lap in. But this is me just exiting the track, kind of just showing you guys, you know, the whole layout of the land here. But super cool. You also notice on the right here all the different, I guess, countries that have won over the years here at Sebring. But I don't know when they built this track exactly. Comment down below if you guys know the exact year. I'm sure you could Google it, or I could as well. But little fun trivia for you guys. But these plaques over here go back way, way back into like the 50s, it looks like, on this track. Pretty cool. So anyways, we're going to exit off here and let's wrap this up. Man, what a freaking unit, you guys. So we went to LS Fest, 2 days of torture in this car, held up perfectly, and then we came out here, ran at Sebring in almost 100-degree ambient temps. I don't know what, you know, with the Humidex or whatever it might be, it's probably well over 100. It is a scorcher out here, and we just ran 4 30-minute sessions in the car, and she absolutely took it. Not a single issue. Only thing was just the catch can got a little full, but other than that, you guys probably saw on the video, or I don't know how I'll edit this after the fact, but it is getting warm, so I don't want to hurt anything, but I can only make like 1, maybe 2 good runs. I was actually starting to catch one of the other guys out there. Is a Mustang Dark Horse that's out there, like fully race gutted, stripped. I was starting to catch him, and then I had to get out of it because my temp started climbing. So that's kind of the reason. I would prefer to leave it supercharged, but part of the problem is we got to get rid of all the excess heat. So I do have some hood vents that I'm ordering, some track spec hood vents to try to get rid of some of the heat. I'm gonna see about maybe opening the front ends, maybe putting some more added airflow holes in this to try to help get some air in there, maybe some upgraded fans. It's already got an upgraded radiator. It's got like a triple core aluminum one in there. I don't know whose brand, but gotta do some stuff to try to get rid of the heat. But other than that, you guys, like, solid event. Also, a huge shout out to Simpson for keeping us equipped. I might have to hit them up actually about getting a little thinner suit. This is like drag racing stuff. I don't know what spec this is, but it is super hot out here, so I need to get like a 1-piece suit that's a little thinner. But the Simpson racing shoes have been working awesome. The helmet's super lightweight. All of our safety gear has been great, you guys. So shout out to our sponsors. Also, thanks to Matt for keeping a spicy tune on this. So car ran solid all day. It's a little rich, so we'll probably have to clean it up, but it's definitely safe. So I was keeping an eye on it with our Aeromotive 340 fuel pump that's in there, but everything's been working awesome, you guys. Huge shout out to everybody, Holly, everybody that supports this cause, all of our sponsors, Hooker, Bear Brakes, everybody. So thanks again to everybody. We're gonna do a lot more racing, and we're gonna continue to dial this in, so stay tuned for that. So thanks for watching, smash the thumbs up, see you guys in the next one.